You guys, welcome back to another wintry vlog where I'm taking you on my walk, and we're gonna talk about pretty deep topic, which I don't know if I'm gonna frame correctly, but it's about like ageism and expectations of us from a certain age to do certain things, to achieve certain things, and I love to see more and more videos about this, how people are breaking this stigma that what you should be doing by a certain point in your life. And me myself, I'm turning 30 years old this year, and I don't have a girlfriend, I don't have a child, I'm not married, I'm not thinking about any of those things yet. And like previous like younger Richards be like, oh my god, what are you doing? I thought that I would have my first child by like 25. And then when I got to 25, I was like, that's funny, that's funny. But I know that for some people, I know also, I want a disclaimer that for a lot of people, they want families, they want to get married, they want like their partners, they want all those things like. But there's a lot of people who have realized that they can live, right, like they can live their life differently. And it's so refreshing because I know in my family as well, there was at some points there was like always this talk, Richard, come on. And also with my brother, like we both are single, and like we're both now like in our 30s. I'm still 29, but anyways, it's just this expectation of you if you don't have, like for example, a child by that time, you are behind in life, or that like you are not enough, or you have failed something that everyone else is supposed to be doing. And I love to hear that a lot of people are start realizing that that is not meant for everyone, and that maybe some people don't want like kids or get married or have a partner whatsoever in general, and that it's absolutely fine, and that you don't need to be like, if people are constantly asking you, well, what are you gonna do when you're older, what are you gonna do this or that, who's gonna take care of you, and people like who understand like their choices in life, and they see how they can see world on such a wider spectrum, that you don't just have a child so they can take care of you when you're older, because I don't know, in my opinion that's a little selfish, but if that's the only purpose why you need a child. And also, child is such a big responsibility in my opinion. Like I, as I'm turning 30 years old, I can't imagine having a child in your early 20s. How do you, like, you are still learning so much about yourself, you're still learning so much about the world, you don't know so much. Like I feel like I'm still learning so much, even though I feel like in my head I am also on the one hand older than my age, because I have always been really level-headed. I know what I want, I know what I don't want, and like I'm not a crazy person who does like crazy things, so I have always felt older than my age. But like when these like 30 numbers come in, I'm like, oh my god, that is something. Like, and as thoughts creep in my mind, I'm like, am I behind in life? Is this gonna affect me in the future? But also at the same time, younger me would not be able to keep, I mean, I would be able to keep like alive and have marriage and all those types of things, but I feel like that would be so much stress and work on my behalf when I didn't need that. Like and also as I'm getting older and being single for such a long period of time, I can't even imagine having like a partner, to have a girlfriend. I'm like, in theory, I'm like, yeah, that's great. I could like have one, but in reality, I like my own space, my own time, my own things that I do. And I don't know, people say, yeah, that's like a bonus point almost if you have like someone else, but I don't know, I almost see it as more like a negative for some reason. And I want to know if there's anyone else out there who feels the same way. Also, look at this beautiful view. Like, I'm so lucky to live somewhere where I can see something like this and be so blessed. Anyways, but yeah, this ageism thing is crazy. It's genuinely crazy. I don't understand why people need to push people certain directions and be so involved in someone else's life and it's not their life, and how people can think that they know what is better for you than you know. And I love to see the change. I love to see that people my age are starting to wake up and be like, you know what? Also, like mainly about kids, maybe we need to stop a little bit with our kids. I know that people are like going crazy, that we will have like lack of people at certain age when they're older, but also I feel like they're just thinking about taxpayers, that they will don't have people who take taxes from to gain money from. It's not even, I don't think, about people being here, it's about money, and that is so sad. That is so sad in my opinion. And yeah, I feel like there's so many kids who need home, who don't have parents, who come from bad families, and you can adopt always. And I think to myself, if I would not have my like biological kids, I would always like adopt and be like, it's still a child who needs home, who needs love. And also, it may be a controversial topic, but I feel like people who don't want kids or are hesitant to have kids are the ones who would be the best parents, and not the ones who are pushing out kids left and right and not taking care of them. And maybe that's a controversial topic, but genuinely people who are also trying for kids and cannot have kids would be the best parents, because they deeply and genuinely want them and they are happy as a couple and they can do whatever they want together. And I don't know, maybe that's controversial, but that's how I feel. I feel like those people would be such a better parents, like, and I would put myself also in that category. If I would ever have a child, it would be for a reason. It would not be just because. I know you can't plan everything in this life, but I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. But yes, ageism is something that is changing, something that is more and more embraced, and I hope that older generation is starting to finally understand as well. Also in this economy, oh my god, like, it's also talking about economy side, it's really sad how many couples are together just because of the finances, just because they alone can't rent the apartment, house, afford things, and they're just staying together because they need that other person to pay the bills, and they are just not happy in that relationship whatsoever. And that is heartbreaking. I have seen so many people who are in those relationships just because they can't survive on their own, and that's not even the kids. So to bring a child here in this economy, in this space, is crazy, in my personal opinion. So let me know, comments down below, what do you think about that? What do you think about this topic in general? Have you noticed the shift? If you're also my age, or also maybe you're older or younger, like, I know that there's quite a strong opinions from the younger people nowadays that they are doing like some extreme things, like they are snipping the wires and like so they can't have kids, for example, at all. And I don't know, as I said, when you're so young, you still learn so many things, and to do such a irreversible thing at such a young age is also crazy to me. Like, are you sure that in 10 years time you will 120% will not ever want your own child, if it's possible, if it happens, you know? and there would not be that option. But I mean, I guess if you are that certain in your life that you are like, I will do this in my early 20s, so it never happens. I mean, I guess kudos to you if you're that certain and that sure of yourself, because when I was in my early 20s, I was still in a uni. I didn't know anything. I didn't even know myself yet. And like, you're discovering the world. You are learning about yourself so much. You're learning about people around you. You're learning about your friends, your family, your like all types of things. And to make those drastic of decisions is mad. Anyways, went on a rant probably for doesn't really affect the ageism. Well, it kind of does if you think about it, but that's in the complete opposite direction. That's in, oh my god, I'm gonna go down the hill. Yeah, if you think that you can do these things in such early age, that's again a completely different spectrum. But you do you. It's your body. It's your decision. Do whatever you need to do. That's not affecting anyone else, genuinely. And I feel like that's also what people need to get in their heads, that people are living their lives. Like, that's their life. That's not your life. It's not affecting you. If they want kids at early age, they want their kids at early age. They want to get married at early age, they can get married at early age. And if they want kids, young or old, or if they don't want kids, it's absolutely fine, and it's none of our business. Like, I can maybe think, oh my god, you're crazy that you have kids at 20 years old. But for them, it's absolutely fine, you know what I mean? And I can keep my thoughts for myself, and I think that a lot of people should do that, because it's not hurting anyone. It's not doing anything to you. It's not doing anything to society. It's not doing anything bad. So, oh my god, I haven't been here for so long. Everything is frozen. The lake is frozen completely. Oh my god. I don't remember when was the last time I took you guys here. I mean, I can step on the ice, I think, because it's basically minus 20 degrees right now. And oh my god. It's like ice everywhere. Ice. So yes, I think I will stop my rant, because you know what I'm saying. If you are one of the people who understands what I'm talking about, I think you have broader vision. You have a broader vision and understanding. And if you're not, I don't know what I can tell you, honestly. Maybe it comes with time that you realize some things that you're like, well, maybe it's not my place to tell you how to live your life. Maybe it's not my place to judge someone on their decisions. And maybe it's fine for people to have their thoughts and opinions. And yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave it here. Ageism. It's getting better, I think. We are getting better, and as a society, and an acceptance and understanding of others. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in comments down below what do you think. Also, hope you enjoyed the view that I took you on with me today in this wintry Latvia February in it's minus 17, I think, when I walked outside the house. So it's pretty cold, but it's cool to see. And yeah, anyways, see you in the next one real soon. So yeah, bye.